Is your relationship hurting you more than it's helping? While most of us have had a bad relationship or two, often people don't realize when a bad relationship crosses the line into toxicity and abuse. This is Mind and Wellbeing. I'm Jodina Scazola. Joining us today, Dr. Amanda Borlenghi, a clinical psychologist with a specialization in helping people to heal from the trauma of psychologically abusive relationships. Dr. Borlenghi uses her years of experience and expertise in personality, human development, and trauma to empower her clients to identify psychological abuse and trauma, leave toxic relationships, and heal from the damage the relationship left behind. Dr. Borlenghi, thank you so much for being with us. So, what is the difference between an everyday bad relationship and a traumatic or psychologically abusive relationship?
Right. This is a very important distinction. Like you said, most of us have had a bad relationship or two in our life where maybe we've been hurt, maybe we've hurt the other person, maybe we've behaved badly, maybe they've behaved badly. And this is very different from a psychologically abusive relationship in which a person's sense of self, agency, and capacity to even leave the relationship is chipped away at little by little over time.
How do people lose themselves in these type of relationships?
Well, there's a number of tactics that abusers use, and I'll talk about two of them briefly. The first is the cycle of idealization, devaluation, and discard. So initially when you meet this kind of an abuser, they put you on a pedestal, they make you feel like you're the most amazing person on the planet. Everything about you is perfect, you're the answer to all their prayers. And it feels wonderful because as human beings we just want to be loved and accepted. So it's very easy to fall into the trap. And then as you get comfortable in the relationship, you're slowly pushed off the pedestal, and just like the sun going behind a cloud, the warmth goes out of the relationship, and all of those things that the person loved about you initially are used against you. Maybe they loved the fact that you were a free spirit, and now they criticize you for being a flake. Maybe they loved your friends and family, now your friends and family are annoying. They start to take your personal characteristics and the vulnerabilities that you've shared with them and use them to break you down. After the devaluation phase, there's eventually a discard, and this is where they either leave you or threaten to leave you. And as soon as you start to recover and heal, they kind of hoover you back into the relationship and the cycle starts over.
Why is it so hard for people to leave these types of relationships?
Well, it's hard because your sense of self can be damaged over time, and this idealization, devaluation, and discard is one of the things that does it. There's another component called gaslighting, and this is where a person is made to doubt their own sense of reality because the abuser tells them things that aren't true, or changes the way that their reality looks. For example, maybe the person said terrible things to you during a fight. Afterwards you say, hey, that really hurt me, and they say, I never said that, or you're crazy, you're misremembering. And the more that this is done over time, the more that a person begins to doubt themselves, and it becomes harder to leave. Additionally, people tend to be isolated from their friends and family throughout these relationships because the abuser has done so, or because friends and family get tired of the cycle. And without the support system, it's even harder to leave.
So the support system is really important in helping somebody get out of this kind of relationship.
Very important, and that's why, if you suspect that you're in this kind of a relationship, it's important to get help. You need to find a mental health professional who's familiar with this kind of abuse, often called narcissistic abuse, and they need to educate you and help you understand what's been happening to you, and also perhaps help educate your support system so that they know how to get you through this.
Well, this is fascinating information and so important. Where can our viewers find more about you and your practice?
So my website is drborlenghi.com. I have information about this and other aspects of my practice there.